going on, everybody? All right, Strongsville is less than a week away. And, you know, there are a lot of people I know are probably already wore out on Strongsville talk, and the show hasn't even started. We're still a week out. And it's like, what's the big deal? Well, let me just share for me what the big deal is. The big deal is that I go to local card shows. We don't really have any big regional card shows near me. Now, some people would say, well, what about the Burbank show, the West Coast Card Show? That's like 7 or 8 hours away. It's not really close. Yeah, it's on the West Coast, but it's not anywhere near me. The main thing, though, for me is I feel like I'm on an island out here in California. Being on the West Coast, Northern California, I don't get to go to the regional shows. I don't get to go to the Philly show. I don't get to go to the White Plains show. I don't get to go to the Chantilly show. I don't get to go to all of these shows that all these other guys get to go to. And when they go, I get so incredibly jealous that they get to hang out. And so for me, I have 2 times a year, or 1 or 2 times a year, that I get to hang out with all of my card friends. And it is the National, and it is Strongsville. And so I'm really excited for this, not just because it's a show loaded with some of the top vintage dealers in the world. It's because I get to spend time with those guys. So what is this video going to be about? What is my lead-in going to be about? Well, first, I want to go over what it was like last year, and I want to go over my pickups from last year. Then I want to talk about my targets for this year. I've had a few people ask, hey, Greg, what are your goals? What are you looking for? What are you looking to pick up? So I thought I'd just share. And last but not least, I know a lot of us can't go to Strongsville. So something I did last year was some good buddies with Ash, one of the top vintage dealers in the country, without a doubt. And last year before the show, leading into the show, he sent me a ton of pictures of his current inventory with prices and with contact information. So if you can't make it to Strongsville, I'm bringing Strongsville to you. I am going to show you his inventory with prices and contact information, and we're going to go through a bunch of pictures. Now, he is set up at the Chantilly show this week. So these pictures were sent to me on Friday. It's not impossible that some of this stuff gets sold this weekend at Chantilly, and it's also probably likely that he'll be picking up some new stuff to bring to Strongsville as well. But because of travel, because it takes time to put this stuff together, about a week out, well, 6 days before the show actually starts in Strongsville, that's when I'm able to put this together and put it out there. So if you see something and you're like, I have to have that, contact him right away, because otherwise it might get sold this weekend or it might get sold at Strongsville. That said, again, my pickups, my goal targets for this year, my dream targets really, and then some of Ash's stuff. So first, you know, last year, what did I pick up? Well, let's look at it. My first deal at Strongsville last year, I bundled 2 cards together, and I got them from Tim Payne. And Tim Payne, I bought this 1933 Rogers Hornsby in an SGC3. This was one of the first cards, was the first deal. I did not make a deal the first night. So at Strongsville, the first day was Friday last year. And it was early in the show on Saturday that I made this first deal for this Hornsby. Included in this deal for this Rogers Hornsby, a card that I went there looking for, was another card that I went there looking for, which is this T206 Rube Marquard portrait. He's also got a throwing card in the set. And I am more of a portrait guy. I like both, but in most cases, I like the portrait more. So that was my first deal And that happened on Saturday morning last year at Strongsville. Then, walking around, there was a card that showed up that wasn't there the night before. The dealer had bought it just a few moments earlier, like an hour earlier or something, and put it in his case. He didn't even have a price tag on it yet. And then I picked up one of my favorite cards in the hobby, which is the 49 Leaf Warren Spawn. Now, while his 48 Bowman is really his rookie card, and you could even say, you know, he's got some bread cards and stuff in 47. But as far as his widest release cards, this is, most people would say, his premier card. It's certainly the card that I like the most. So absolutely thrilled to stumble upon that one midday on Saturday. And then later in the show, later that night, I guess it was, so toward the end of the show Saturday night, I made another deal. Now, this is a really interesting example. On Monday, for my question last Monday that I'll talk about this coming Monday is, what is the thing that matters most to you in your collecting? Is it corners, centering, registration, or surface? And a lot of people say, oh, Greg, you're a centering guy. Oh, Greg, you're a corners guy. Well, this card right here really made me decide what I actually was, because he had two of this exact same card, and the one I had in my hands was perfectly centered 50-50 all the way around. And I was getting ready to buy it last year, this card. And then I saw this one in the case and I said, man, on this one, I don't know if I can make it out, but you can see the wrinkles, the crow's feet in his eyes, right at the edge of his eyes. You could see it here. And it was more blurred out. It's probably focusing on me instead of the card. And it was more blurred out in the one I had in my hand, which was 50-50 centering. And so I was with my buddy Don. I was with Orlando of A Collector's Dream. I said, guys, am I seeing things? Which of these two? Because this one's better centered, but this one seems like it's clear, it's better registration. And they both said, no, you want this one. And that's the one I bought. So even though it's not 50-50, the picture is so perfectly crystal clear, it outweighed the centering of the other one. So I bought that in a deal with this other Sammy Baugh, which this card still blows my mind at how nice it is. It's got a little surface wrinkle, I think, on it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember where it is. It doesn't even matter. But the color on this thing and the centering on this thing is just off the charts. It's like the best 4.5 grade on earth. Love that. So I bought these two cards in my last deal. So that was how Strongsville went last year. So what are the big cards I'm looking for now? If I listed every card I was looking for, this would be a 3-hour video, because there's a lot of stuff that I want. So what's at the top, the absolute tippity top of my list right now? Let's take a look. All right, so here we are, and I wanted to show you these on the screen so that I could talk about the cards with you, not just my targets, but also Ash's inventory. Got a lot of fun stuff for you. I think you're really, really going to enjoy this. So let me first pull up on the stage. A few people have asked me, but one of the question comments that I got was, have you shared your pickup targets, your target pickups, your cards that you really are looking for at Strongsville? We talked about it a little bit on our off topic this past month with Darren and my good friend Tony. But I was like, yeah, let's put this together and I can just share the whole list and take a look. So I'm going to get myself out of the way so that we can focus on the cards instead of me. So let's take a look here. Now, first off,
My targets. Three cards that I would love to add and are on toward the top of my list would be the T206 Walter Johnson portrait, T206 Nap Lajoie portrait, and T206 Christy Mathewson portrait. Now, I have a Walter Johnson. I have his hands at chest. I have the dark cap Mathewson, but I really would like to add the portraits as well. And then Lajoie has four cards in the set. I like all of them, but to me, my favorite would be the portrait. So these three are high on the list. Next up, some expensive ones here. How about a T206 red Ty Cobb portrait? My favorite action, quote unquote, action shot of Ty Cobb is the bat on shoulder. And then my favorite Cy Young, I like a couple of the Cy Young cards, but I especially like his portrait card. So these three, those might be my top three on the list. It's possible. But the previous three are pretty high as well. So there are six, but I've got more. Again, it's a long list, and I'm only sharing part of it. Okay, next up, I've got the 33 Gaudy Mel Ott. He has two cards in the set. I really like this portrait. I love that shot of him. He just looks like a badass in that picture to me. The 39 Play Ball Ted Williams, his rookie card, is a card. I love Ted Williams. I've loved Ted Williams since I read his book in sixth grade, and would be amazing to own his rookie card. And then, quite frankly, probably my favorite. Is it my favorite? I think it's probably my favorite Joe DiMaggio card is the 39 Play Ball. I love that image. I love that it's black and white. Whether that makes me crazy or not, I don't know, but I love that card. So those are three. So I'm now at 9 targets. Let's look at next. How about I've got the 49 Leaf Ted Williams, super cool card of him. Again, at some point, I think I probably want to have all Ted Williams cards, but we'll see. The 48 Bowman Stan Musial. I know a lot of people like the 49 Leaf better. Not for me. I do like black and white, and I just love his youthful appearance there. And then the 53 Topps Jackie Robinson is high on my list as well. Just any Jackie Robinson card is special. And that's just such a great set and a good image of him that that is a card I would be thrilled to walk away with at Strongsville as well. Next up, how about a 1950 Bowman Jackie Robinson? There's something about the size of the 48, 49, and 50 Bowmans I really like. I like the kind of square design for whatever reason. And in that 50 set, it's that full action shot of Jackie Robinson. Then the 49 Bowman Jackie Robinson. So now that we know that the Leaf is 49, it's really one of his rookie cards. I, again, just any sort of Jackie Robinson card. Now, from a strictly aesthetic standpoint, I don't know. It's hard to beat the 52 and then the 53. I mean, look at that 53 there on the right again. But the 50 is pretty awesome as well. I don't know. I like them all. And then the 54 Topps Al Kaline. There's something so classic about that card. The red background, Al Kaline with the kneeling there next to him. I don't know, the old Tigers logo. That's just a card that I've always enjoyed. So those are some of the cards that I would be interested in. And then I think I have two more. Let's take a look. Yes, two more. I've got a 54 Topps Hank Aaron on the list. That one's probably not going to happen. Well, I don't know. I mean, you never know. I guess it could happen. It would take a lot of my budget. It's an expensive card. And then a Sandy Koufax rookie. I just love that image of Sandy Koufax. And it's Sandy Koufax. It's the 55 top set. So those are the cards on the very top of my list. They're not the only cards on my list, but they are on the top of my list. So again, it's very possible I come home with one of these. It's very possible I come home with none of these. It's very possible I come home with a big card that's not on this list. You have to really be open-minded, because if you force it, if you say, I have to come home with a Hank Aaron rookie, then you might end up with one that, is a stretch. So I like to just have an idea of a couple handfuls of cards, and then allows me to make a play for the right one. And again, I'd say there's at least another 10 to 12 cards that I could potentially end up with. But when I'm looking through the cases at the first go round, these are the cards. These cards on this list here that I just shared are the ones that I think stand out the most. So again, one last time, the Walter Johnson T206, Nap Lajoie T206, and Christy Mathewson T206, all the portrait. And then the red portrait Cobb, the bat on shoulder Cobb, and the portrait Cy Young of the T206 set. The 33 Gaudy Mel Ott, the portrait shot there with the green background. The 39 play ball Ted Williams, and 39 play ball Joe DiMaggio. The 49 Leaf, Ted Williams. The 48 Bowman, Stan Musial. The 53 Topps, Jackie Robinson. The 50 Bowman, Jackie Robinson. 49 Bowman, Jackie Robinson. And 54 Al Kaline. And then the 54 Hank Aaron and 55 Sandy Koufax. So we'll see what happens, but this is where my eyes will first be directed as I'm going through cases at the show. So now, my buddy Ash, again, I did this last year. I showed his inventory before the show, and I had a few people reached out to me, and they said, Greg, uh, why don't you do that again? And I was like, well, I guess I could do it again. And a few people were like, would you? And one of the reasons I think it's fun to do it is because a lot of us have heard about the show and we want to be a part of the show, but we maybe can't make it to the show. And so this is sort of a way to kind of bridge that divide and hopefully bring the show to all of you. So let's go ahead and get rid of my face again. And let's take a look here at some of Ash's inventory. It's kind of mind-boggling. So I'm gonna kind of poke around a little bit. If we look up in that top row, there's a couple of dandy mantles, a couple of red heart mantles stick out, a couple of bazooka mantles. I mean, this whole page is mantles. Pretty amazing. There's a pretty decent 57 Topps mantle. It's a little off centering top to bottom, but beautiful card and a PSA 5 for $1,500. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the screen that's incredible. I'm just going to be pointing out the stuff that kind of jumps off the screen to me. It doesn't mean that it is that anything I don't mention isn't great. Again, just incredible stuff. And if I spend too much time on each page, it will take forever. So I know you guys can hit pause and look closer if I'm going too quickly. But there's a whole page of mantles. I mean, what are we looking at on the screen there? Like 40 mantles? Crazy. All right, next page, including some more mantles. We got a couple of 56, 55 mazes up there. You got the Hires maze in the top left. A couple 52 mantles, 53 mantles. Look at that, six 54 Bowman mantles. I mean, look at that, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Clemente rookies. Just absolutely unbelievable. Rod Carew rookie up there. Beautiful Rod Carew in a SGC 6. Now, again, over on the right, you can see I put Ash's website. A lot of these cards are on the website. Some of them are not. And then the contact information if you want to reach out to Ash. Again, he will be there. They are also set up this weekend, though, in Chantilly. So surely some of these things will sell there. So keep that in mind. So if you see something, reach out sooner rather than later. All right, we got 3 Hank Aaron rookies up at the top. That's a beautiful 2 at the top left-hand corner. And then a nice 3 a couple over from that. Just gorgeous cards. I've always loved the 58 Aaron. You can see he has one with the yellow lettering and one with the white, both variations. Other cards that kind of jump at me. I love the Ernie Banks card over there on the right. That's like my favorite card ever. Nice mini George Brett rookie. Is that a mini? Yeah, that's a mini. Looks like it's a mini. Maybe it's not a mini. No, it's not a mini. It looks like a mini next to the bigger Bowman, the 54 Bowman Barra there, which, by the way, that's a beautiful 54 Bowman Barra. Speaking of beautiful Barras, look at that 48 Bowman Barra rookie card there for 1,500. Really well centered. Old label, beautiful card. All right, next page. Got some pre-war stuff. Look at that top row. 3 Walter Johnsons. You got a Nap Lajoie. A really nice looking Walter Johnson in a 3 there. Portrait. That is a beauty in a 3. I wonder if that one will still be there, because that one's starting to turn my ear a little bit. A very cool Wee Willie Keeler. I love Willie Keeler, that E90-1 there with the pink background toward the middle of your screen. You got several Cobbs up there to the right. I mean, look at all those Ty Cobbs. Unbelievable stuff. You got 3 Gehrig DeLongs down there at the bottom right. You've got a 33 Gowdy Gehrig. Again, a couple of the Lajoies I was just talking about there, the portrait. Beautiful cards. I mean, just incredible stuff. Again, I mean, you think, Greg, slow down. Guys, there's like 15 pages of this. It's nuts. Next. All right, top row again. We've got some Mathewson portraits. The T205 gold border. Christy Mathewson's. He's got a couple of those over there to the left. That Tinker right in the middle of the screen. That is such a hard card to find in good condition. The Joe Tinker T206 portrait. That's a beautiful one. There's another Tinker a couple over. There's a few Tinkers there, actually. I got a Cracker Jack. You got another you got a Cy Young portrait T206. And then an E90-1, which is a beautiful card. Same image, but it's got the BA Boston Americans jersey on there. Just gorgeous stuff. Again, you can always hit pause if I'm going too quickly. And now we've got some signed stuff on the left. So we got some Hank Aaron autographed stuff, Sandy Koufax autograph, a 65 Mantle signed, bunch of Willie Mays cards signed. There's a beautiful Ted Williams for 7,600 and a SGC 4.5. I was just talking about that Warren Spahn and how he has some cards before it. There's a Tip Top Bread Warren Spahn at the top center for 6,500 and a PSA 4. So that card would predate the Leaf or the Bowman. You got the Yingling Lou Gehrig ice cream card down there next to the 52 Mantle. The Cobb to the left of that Gehrig is beautiful. I mean, I haven't even mentioned the fact that there's 3 more 52 Mantles on the bottom row, or 2 52 Willie Mayses, including a 52 Topps Willie Mays that's autographed at the bottom right-hand corner. Beautiful cards. All right, there is on the top row, we got 4 Jimmy Fox, 33 Gowdies. You've got some 49 Leaf Joe DiMaggios, a nice looking 41 play ball DiMaggio on the far left. There's that Mel Ott I was just talking about there in the 2.5. Couple more Lou Gehrig 33 Goudies. Really cool stuff. You got a Topps 3D up there at the top left-hand corner. Obviously, the Clemente is a massive card in that set. Next page, look at that. 5 Nolan Ryan rookies, 4 Tom Seaver rookies, 2 49 Leaf Ted Williamses at the bottom right-hand corner. Got 3 of the 49 Leaf Warren Spawns, like the one I picked up last year. Couple Pete Rose rookie cards up at the top left. I mean, my eyes are bouncing all over the place on this page. Babe Ruth Leaf. I hadn't even mentioned the Babe Ruth card on the screen. Really incredible stuff. Several Nolan Ryans on the bottom left. Let's keep on moving. All right, next page. Look at that. Where do we even start? There's another couple of Cobb T206 Reds with some different backs. You've got a couple T205 gold borders. That E90-1 Cobb next to the gold border Cobbs, it's got an orange sticker with 3,300 on it. Is a really, really cool image of him. I love that card. That one's in an authentic. And then, I mean, look at the bottom right-hand corner. There's 5 more red Cobbs down there. Oh my, how many Cobb cards are there on this screen? Like, I've a dozen? Unbelievable. Couple of autographed Hank Aaron rookie cards. Amazing stuff. And it's funny because I know I'm not mentioning things that some of you are going, oh my gosh, how did you not mention that? I know, it's just that there's so much. It's absolutely crazy. Got 353 Topps Willie Mays cards. Got that Burke Ross, 52 Burke Ross up at the top left-hand corner of Mays. Look at the bottom left. Look at the bottom left. Oh my gosh, we've got 3 49 Leaf Jackies. We've got some Ruths, 33 Goudy Ruths. We've got some American Caramel Ruths in there. Got 4 53 Top Satchel Pages at the bottom right. Got some Stan Musial Burke Ross cards there. A really high grade Roger Maris rookie from the 58 top set right in the center of the screen. And I haven't even mentioned the Stan Musial Red Heart for 4,500 there. That thing is spectacular. All right, moving along even more. More Willie Mays cards autographed at the top right-hand corner. A couple 62s. You got the Topps game card, a Minnie Minoso rookie autographed, some Robin Roberts and Frank Robinson autographed rookies. Unreal. Look at all these more Willie Mays cards over there to the left. Bottom left, some 52 Bowmans. All right, now we've got some Bob Gibson rookies at the top center of the page. Those are spectacular. Diamond Stars, Hank Greenberg, top right-hand corner. That's a beautiful card. A couple of PSA 9 Ricky Henderson rookies over to the right. Bottom right, you've got 4 Sandy Koufax rookie cards. A couple in 3 5s, a 5 and a 6. Unbelievable. Oh, I didn't even notice the other 2 Diamond Stars, Hank Greenbergs. He's got 3 of them. One of them's in a 6. My goodness. One in a 4, and then one in a 6 toward the center of the screen. All right, moving right along. You got a Gehrig, 34 Goudy Gehrig, top left. Got a couple of King Kelly, Allen and Ginter cards. I love that Allen and Ginter card set. You guys are probably tired of me saying that. Some 52 Willie Mays cards down at the bottom center. 3 Trish Speaker rookies, bottom right. Amazing. And then some of those strip cards and those, I mean, look at that. The Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra dual signed. There's another Sandy Koufax. That one's a 7. That's gorgeous. A nice Reggie Jackson rookie, and then it looks like an 8.5. If you're hitting pause, don't. I'm not offended. All right, we got some Johnny Evers T206 portraits at the top there. Some more Evers cards down over to the left. Home Run Baker Cracker Jack to the right center. Jack Johnson. I think that's an Ogden Jack Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. A couple Huey Jennings cards down the bottom left. Mordecai Brown cards, bottom right. I guess there were a couple of Home Run Baker cards up there in the center right. Beautiful images, beautiful cards. All right, here we go. We've got a couple of the 32 caramel roots, the pop reports. Those things are super hard to come by. And awesome cards. One of those is in a 4. One on the right that's 26,000 is in a 4. Got a couple of Honus Wagners right there, including a PSA 2 Cracker Jack Honus Wagner. Now, I know I haven't mentioned it yet, but that's an unopened wax pack, bottom center. An unopened wax pack of 48 Bowman, PSA graded 7. When was the last time you saw one of those? I don't think I've ever seen one of those. And then next to it's a 54 Tops wax pack. That, I mean, heck, that pack might have a Hank Aaron and an Ernie Banks and a Al Kaline in it. You never know, right? So he's got some wax packs. Far left, Stallmeyer Mantle. That's a rare card. That one is, it's obviously in some rough condition. It's a 1 with an MK, but still a Stallmeyer. There are not a lot of those. And then the Joe DiMaggio card over to the right. Looks like that's a National Chickle. DiMaggio autographed. Unbelievable stuff there. That Pee Wee Reese, by the way, the Bond bred Pee Wee Reese you see is autographed. Got a few little bit of newer stuff. Far left, that Cal Ripken minor league card is a sought after and rare card. There's an orange and a blue of that. And those you don't see every day. Some autographed Gwynn stuff and Ken Griffey Jr. stuff. Ted Williams autograph on there. Some high grade stuff. 10 O-Pee-Chee Ryan Sandberg rookie on the bottom left corner. How about some vintage football? Oh my. He's got 6 Jim Brown rookie cards on the top left. A really nice looking Otto Graham rookie card, bottom left corner. Tom Landry rookie card, center bottom. A lot of Jim Browns, including the autographed 1960 Tops, which would be his 3rd card. Couple Pele cards, bottom right-hand corner. The Don Hudson rookie card from the Topps All-American set, where he's reaching up to get it. It's got 1900, I think it says on it. Some gorgeous stuff here. Y.A. Tittle rookie, center top, next to the Johnny Unitas rookie cards. Now, bottom right-hand corner, I don't even know if I want to point it out because it's an awesome card. That Babe Dietrichson Sport Kings card. That is the best female athlete card ever. No offense to any Caitlin Clark cards that are selling for $1 million right now. That Babe Dietrichson card she is the GOAT of female athletics, in my opinion. And I had somebody telling me it was Serena Williams the other day. I get that, but Babe Dietrichson was a star in like 3 different sports, including the heptathlon in the Olympics, and overcame some stuff. I'll leave that at that. But bottom right hand corner, those Pele cards are super cool. A lot of cool stuff on this screen. How about a Joe Montana autographed rookie? Look at the craziest part about that is the high grade card and autograph on that mantle. You got the high grade PSA 9 Bobby Lane. He was a star. Couple of nice Gale Sayers rookies. To the left there, some autographed Roger Staubachs. Bottom left center, Jim Thorpe. A couple of 33 Sport King Jim Thorpes next to the Topps All-American Jim Thorpe in a 4.5. How about the Gordie Howe card bottom right? My guy Shane Shoebox Legends just picked one of those up and did a video on it. Right next to the Gordie Howe rookie Parkhurst card. And the Maradona Panini sticker card is a big card. Some people would make the argument that Maradona is the best ever. I think it's Messi, but I got to see Messi play. I didn't get to see those others play, so that's probably an unfair thing for me to say. And then another GOAT. Look at that, Andre the Giant rookie card, $550 on the center top right. How about some basketball stuff? I'm telling you guys, this is nuts. We got a Bronco Nagurski. Let's just start right over there. The Bronco Nagurski's one of the top probably one of the top 3 cards of all time in vintage football. The authentic grade Bronco Nagurski next to the PSA 9 Wayne Gretzky rookie card. Right below the 3 Star 101 Jordans. How about a couple of Bill Russell rookie cards top left, Oscar Robertson rookie cards, 3 of them in a row on the left there, right above the Dr. J rookies. He's got, looks like 4 Bird Magic Dr. J cards, including a couple that are autographed. My goodness. Autographed by Magic, Dr. J, and Larry Bird. That's incredible. Bob Cousy autographed rookie. Very, very cool page here. This next page, I don't know. Just got a few smaller cards, like 4 Jordan rookies on the left bottom there. A Wilt Chamberlain autograph, center bottom. Some Jordan, some of these Jordan like 90s refractor cards and stuff are big cards. And then some other Star Jordan cards. Got a unopened pack of Fleer 86 basketball on the left there. Starting to wind down now, guys. So I don't know how many times y'all have hit pause. You have to tell me in the comments below how many times you hit pause. There's Dennis Rodman autograph. He's going to be signing in Strongsville. He is an autograph signer on, I believe it's Saturday in Strongsville. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. John Stockton autographed rookie card. Some Mahomes cards top right. There's a Jordan in an 8. Jordan rookie in an 8. Some more autographed stuff. Some Jeters. There's one of the, right in the middle of the screen, the Ken Griffey Jr. Mickey Mantle dual autographed card from Upper Deck. Don't see those every day. It's a very famous card. And then we've got some oversized stuff, couple of Gaudy 3-in-1s. You got the Hires Root Beer with Tab, another unopened pack, couple of Sanella Ruths on there, some other stuff. Got a Ruth Cut Auto top left. Got the Lou Alcindor and Pete Maravich rookies in the top center. The Namath, wow, just overlooking the Namath rookie in an 8.5 in the middle of the screen. That is a massive card. Got a few more kind of moderny things. Bottom center, those are Tiger Woods rookie cards from the Sports Illustrated for Kids set. Michael Phelps autographed SI for Kids card. And we are winding down now. You got some unopened team packs of the star cards on the bottom right. I still think seeing those in person is wild to me. The unopened team bags of that. Up at the top, you got the post serial with the tab of the mantle there. You got a bazooka panel and the Gaudi Premium DiMaggio. It's such a beautiful image of him. He's kind of looking over to the side. Some really cool stuff on here. And then I believe this might be our last screen of this. You got some of the Fatima cards of the team cards in the middle left there. Can't quite tell which teams they are. I think one of them might be the Cleveland Americans. Those are really, really cool. I know my buddy Orlando bought a couple of those last year. Top center, you can see a picture of Joe DiMaggio with a white background for 10,000. That is his passport photo, believe it or not. Dead center of the screen, you've got a Ted Williams, um, a Ted Williams Red Heart autographed. Pretty cool. Again, just too much, too too much to single any one thing out. If you guys see anything on here and you're like, I'm not going to be in Strongsville, but I'm definitely interested in some of that, this is where to go. Again, my buddy Ash, legacycardz.net, and his email on the screen as well. There's going to be a lot of buying going on, and I'm sure there's probably some going on right now in Chantilly. So if you saw something that you like, reach out ASAP. Hopefully it's still available. And appreciate Ash sending me over these pictures. And I thought it'd be fun. And a few people asked if I do this again this year. And I said, absolutely, let's do it. So that was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. I'm most excited though to see some of my friends that I don't get to see very often. So this is going to be a fun week.